What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, March 3rd. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Nikola Vucevic, Luka Doncic, Jason Tatum, Scotty Barnes, and Pascal Siakam on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, if he plays, that's Fred VanVleet. Now he is questionable, but he's point guard eligible and just 7,500, projected for 42 fantasy points. The goal is 54. He's in the optimal lineup 24% of the time. I gave him 37 minutes because when he plays, that's just what he does. 1.1 fantasy points per minute in this spot. Big favorites against the Pistons. Pace neutral, but clearly you're not worried about it from a matchup standpoint. 25% usage for VanVleet, 21 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds, plus 2 stocks. I just don't understand the price. When VanVleet is in the game, 7,500 makes no sense. In at number 4, we're going to Boston for Time Lord Robert Williams. Power forward center eligible, 7,600, projected for 39. The goal is 55, and he's in the optimal lineup 26% of the time. I gave him 33 minutes, 1.19 fantasy points per minute, 12.5 points, 11 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 3.7 stocks. Yes, almost 4 stocks. It is a massive pace-up spot against Memphis. They gain 2.5 possessions over their average. They're actually slight underdogs at home to the Grizzlies. No Jaylen Brown for this one, so you do get a little bit of a bump across the board. All things point to a big day out of Robert Williams. The fact that you could roster him at power forward, even better. Going right back to Jimmy Butler in this one, shooting guard, small forward eligible. He's in at number 3, 8,200, weird price, 48 projected fantasy points, 58 points is the goal. He's in the optimal lineup 28% of the time. I'm giving Butler 36 minutes, 1.33 fantasy points per minute, 26% usage, 22, 8, almost 8. So that's a pretty decent line to start. Oh yeah, by the way, 2.5 stocks. It's a great spot against Brooklyn. Durant back, so it's actually more likely to be mildly competitive. Miami 3-point favorites in this one, but no Kyrie. It is in Brooklyn. Pace neutral, which is fine. You're getting Jimmy Butler at either shooting guard or small forward at a price tag that does not make sense, assuming Kyle Lowry isn't playing in this one. In at number 2, we've got DeJounte Murray, happy to pay up here. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 9,600, projected for 55. The goal, 66. He's in the optimal lineup 29% of the time. I gave him 35 minutes. 1.57 fantasy points per minute in this spot. He's just a completely different player with no Derek White. 28% usage, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Yes, I have DeJounte Murray projected for a triple-double today, plus 2.3 stocks. It's pace up against Sacramento. The Kings defense, terrible. Spurs, 6.5-point favorites. What's not to like for DeJounte Murray? If it wasn't for a clear pricing error, he would be the number 1 contender. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at No House Advantage using the promo code Awesemo. If he plays, this one's easy. OG Anunoby is in at the number 1 spot. Small forward, power forward eligibility, and for some reason, a completely broken price tag. He is $4,700. Now, we don't know if he's going to play. He is questionable, but I don't know why his price is like this. We're talking about a guy that was like 8K not too many weeks ago. Projected for 33. The goal is just 39. He's in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. As long as he's playing, you're jamming Anunoby in today. 35 minutes, 0.94 fantasy points per minute, 17 points, 6.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2 stocks in a matchup against the Pistons. That's a pretty decent way to reintegrate yourself with the team after being out for a couple days with a broken finger. The Pistons will make you feel a little bit better about yourselves. As long as he's in the game, this will not change all day. OG Anunoby is your number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Thursday, March 3rd. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. We are back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.